Hey guys, this is the Stone Glacier Sky 5900 that we have here right now. It's on the Crux frame. We're going to do an individual pack review, just kind of talking about this bag in particular. We just did a big test, 50 and 100 pounds in all 5 of these packs. This video is all about the Stone Glacier. Let's dive right into it. As far as specs go, it's just over 5 pounds, I think 5 pounds, 1.4 ounces.
Yep. Cost
is $6.95. It's made in the USA and it comes in at 5,900 cubic inches. So that's about all we got for specs. Let's talk about the suspension. And this is your personal bag. You want to talk to kind of the comfort that you feel with it?
Yeah, so this is my personal bag. This is on the Crux frame again. Stone does offer the X curve or the Crux frame, so choose wisely based on your body profile, your personal, likings, but the Crux works for me.
What's the difference between those two?
The Crux is going to be a straighter frame as far as the upright segment of the frame. Okay. And the X curve is just as the name implies, it's going to have a little bit of a curve to it to compensate for, say, the profile of your lower back. But
you're looking at the same shoulder straps, same hip belt, same lumbar, just a difference in the curve profile.
Agreed.
Okay.
Agreed. So the Crux frame for me with this bag, it doesn't matter if I'm on a standard day load or all the way up to 100 pounds. What I've come to find is that this bag with this frame specifically offers, maximum comfort no matter what the load is, no matter what the terrain is. It's just this frame is insanely comfortable.
Yeah.
And I enjoy that. I also appreciate the simplicity of this frame. I think it is a minimalist design. And then any adjustments that need to be done on the trail, on the move, can be done so freely. They're very easy, and then wherever you set it, it locks it, it holds it in place, and there's no variation to the fit and function thereafter. So this frame has been rock solid for me.
Yeah, and like I said, I haven't had a ton of experience with the Stone Glacier frames. I have used them, but in that test, my final statement after that test was I've learned a lot. And I definitely came to appreciate the Stone Glacier frame. I know a lot of people use them, love them. They speak very highly of this frame, and it's been around for quite a while. So
agreed. And I think it's pretty insane that this pack, this configuration right here is about a little over 5 pounds.
Yeah.
And it carried 100 pounds incredibly well. Honestly, it didn't quite feel like 100 pounds was on my back in comparison to some other packs, we'll say, but
yeah, exactly.
The frame carries load very well.
I would agree. And I feel like it flexes with your body, but not in a way that you lose rigidity or stability, I guess.
Yeah, it is forgiving.
Yep.
Where it needs to be. It's not that, super rigid frame that just won't move with you. This one, I think it's a modern frame, modern pack.
Very
and
much
it shows.
So.
It performed, it performed like that. But again, insane comfort under load with this frame.
Yep. So if we walk through it, hip belt checks out. You've got that wide profile, enough padding, no weird clips digging in. Lumbar molded into the hip belt well. I felt like that conjunction was nice.
Yeah.
And then shoulder straps, no weird pulling, no pinching. Like it all just kind of checks out.
Yeah, I think it's good to go.
So then let's talk about the bag a little bit, because that is where, for me personally, I'm not entirely sold on the Stone Glacier's approach, but I also don't have a ton of experience with it.
So we've got some differences between us, right? So you like some internal organization built into a bag is my interpretation of having worked with you, in the past. Me, I like a minimalist approach. I like having pullouts with, various small kits within the large bag. Right. That's my preference, but yeah, you're right. Speaking of this Sky 5900 bag, it is a minimalist approach when it comes to organization. So you want to go ahead and lead off with, accessibility and such, or?
Yeah, sure. So, and I will say, it's very similar to the EXO, which is my personal favorite. Just the lid design, the horseshoe zipper in the front. A lot of these components are very similar aside from, I guess, internal organization. But you've got your lid. It's fairly large. You got plenty of space in there, but it is a single pocket. And then you just got your horseshoe zipper in the front, roll top on the top end.
Yeah, just your standard, expandable shroud on the top end of the bag. That is a drawstring design. And it's also got that center clip with strap across the top, so you can get a little bit more security with that main compartment of the bag, should you choose to remove the lid, for example.
Ah, I see. So it's not a traditional roll top then?
It's not a roll top, it's a expandable drawstring type design.
Okay. Normal vertical zipper in the front that just allows some storage here. And then do you have, like where would you put your spotting scope on this pack?
Me personally, I just put it in this front pouch just for, you know, ease of access. I'm honestly not the most avid spotting scope user. So when I do, it's a very small variant,
Sure.
and it would fit freely in there.
Okay. No internal organization, right?
No, not much to speak, not anything to speak to. I mean, you got a little bit of retainment for, you know, a water system, but there's nothing else built in as far as like mesh and zippers and construction such as that. So
no side pouches either, right?
no side pouches aside from, you know, your standard, you know, open-ended pouch at the bottom. That'll receive, you know, the buttstock of a rifle, the end of your tripod, the end of your trekking poles. I mean, you name it, but it's just your standard side pouch design. No zippers whatsoever.
But something I appreciate about this side pouch design, just looking at it, is I've had issues before with the side pouches of a pack being that elastic or some sort of stretchy material. When the pack is loaded, they're useless. This one is very much a separate compartment of the pack. So it's really, you'll be able to use that side pouch no matter how full your pack is, I assume.
Yeah, that's a good mention.
Okay. Meat shelf, you want to take it away?
Yeah, so we'll dive in. All right, so for meat shelf access and use with this Stone Glacier pack, first thing I'm gonna do is on the side of the bag, I'm gonna disconnect 2 clips and loosen 1 strap on each side.
Oh.
Thereafter, between the bag and the frame, there's gonna be 2 clips, each with their own strap that we need to loosen ever so slightly. I got about a 1/2-inch tail remaining through the clip there, and another 1/2-inch tail remaining through from the clip there. Then for these load lifters, I'm gonna go ahead and detach them entirely.
Right.
And from there, the bag should lift upward off the stays of the frame, and the bag should lay on its own separate from the frame. So we'll do that now. So that is the bag. This strap loosened just a little bit too much. Reset this. So from here, you've got the meat shelf that's built into the frame, a little more so than some of the other meat shelf variants with the other packs.
Right.
But on each side, you can loosen the straps to enable that meat shelf to come away from the frame, like so.
So this is an actual shelf. You've got a separate pouch. And
So-
actually, this is waterproof fabric too, isn't it?
It is, so that if you get some of that, you know, the inevitable blood soaking through a game bag, it's going to give you a little bit of, you know, peace of mind that it's not soaking into the fabric of your main bag. But
Totally.
anyway, so you can set those straps to, you know, whatever length you're going to need. Say if it's a, you know, mule deer sized game or an elk, whatever it may be. But you can set that, and that creates a little bit of a pouch that is primarily with the frame more so than with the bag. It's not necessarily a 50-50 split, but you can put your quarter in there, and you can set your tension however you need to. And then once you have that tension set, we'll just call that, you know, theoretically good. From there, you would come back to the bag. The bag would come up and around that front side of that quarter.
Right.
And you would use the side clips, the straps, and you would use a different load lifter attachment to get back to those buckles on the bag, so you get that bag secured on the top end as well.
So then you get that kind of tower effect to where
Yeah.
you go from the straps to the frame to the bag.
Exactly, so that your load lifters become usable, again, just as useful as they were before you even needed to use the meat shelf. But
Sure.
it's rather simple. And obviously, quite honestly, it's easier to demonstrate when you do have a game quarter rather than just theoretically with free air, we'll call it.
Yeah.
But the meat shelf design on this, I mean, it's pretty straightforward and it's pretty intuitive. But
Yeah, I'd say it definitely checks out if you've used the pack a couple times. Like, it's not a bad design by any means. It is a little hard to see, definitely hard to show, because like we mentioned before, you've got black straps on a black frame. Whereas what we found is some of the other packs, it's easier to see, especially if you're doing this at night. It's a lot easier to see your straps and know which strap goes to what part when the frame is a different color. So just a quick mention,
But anyway, straightforward meat shelf, simplistic design, good to go.
yeah. So that's it for the Stone Glacier. Straightforward pack, simple design, everything was well thought out, and it works. I mean, we definitely gave this pack top ratings on our comparison review. And in terms of real world use, there's a lot of guys out there that are 5 out of 5 stars. So
Yeah, I couldn't be happier with this pack personally, but
there you go. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and go check out some of our other recent pack videos comparing the EXO, the Kuiu, the Kafaru, and the Mystery Ranch. It's on our YouTube channel. If you have any questions about these bags, give us a call at gearful.com. Thanks for watching.